A tour of the Orange County Fair for 2021. I'm Chris. This is Yellow Productions. I do travel guides that are fun, informative, entertaining, and in this video, I'm going to show you around this fair, show you what has changed. It has been closed for pretty much 2 years now. It didn't happen last year. This is opening weekend, so let's go ahead and take a look. I'm gonna turn the camera around so you can see what I see. I have just come in the main entrance of the OC Fair, and as soon as you walk in, it is the fair. Biggie's is on the right, serving big turkey legs, big burgers. The fun zone is in the back. I am gonna walk through that last because it's really loud in there. Then as soon as I walk through the fun zone, you won't be able to hear me anymore. If that is all you happen to be interested in, I do have a table of contents in this video, and so you can check out the fun zone if you just want to go ahead and skip to that. So the first things that's like noticeably different is there are less vendors this year than previous years. Maybe 10% less. I mean, it's not like it's empty here. It's quite busy here. There's a lot of people, but they have added more tables. There are more places to sit, but perhaps some of your favorite vendors might not be here this year. Although Chicken Charlie's is here, which is a classic fair institution, and one of my favorite places that I eat every time is Chuck Wagon. I love their barbecue brisket sandwiches. They also have a whole ton of seating just back there. Now, we're gonna kind of make a walk around this fairgrounds in a clockwise fashion. So from Chicken Charlie's, we're actually gonna go ahead and turn left here at the Orange Julius, another favorite of mine, and get some souvenirs here for kids stuff. And the first thing that's different this year is you have to buy your tickets online. They have a limited amount of tickets that they sell for each and every day. It is $14 for adults on weekends, $12 for adults on weekdays. Now, they were actually selling tickets on site the day we were here, but I suppose those could be limited and could sell out. Also, they say parking is now credit card only, though interestingly enough, when we came in, the person who was taking our parking did have a wad of cash under her credit card reader. So something tells me if you showed up and only had cash, they'd probably let you pay with cash to let you into the fair. Did I mention that Chicken Charlie's was like the biggest booth around here? And in fact, they have multiple booths, so you'll see Chicken Charlie's just about everywhere. Yeah, we've got some couple folks playing some banjo music here on the Meadow stage. I think they just ended their song, but that was what you just heard there a moment ago. Now, the current masking regulations, as they are in Orange County, says outside, masks are not required. Inside, unvaccinated people for COVID-19 are supposed to wear their masks. You may have just heard Los Angeles, as of today, is now requiring everybody inside to wear masks. That has not yet propagated itself down to Orange County, so people who are vaccinated do not need to wear their masks inside the buildings. Here is an outpost of Pink's Hot Dogs. This is a famous institution in Hollywood. You can get some pretty tasty chili hot dogs here without the huge weight of their Hollywood location. And this place is another institution, Orange County Fair, 10-pound buns. They got these bread that they kind of make as pizza or things like that. Now, the Orange County Fair is supposed to be a place that's reminiscent of the farming community of Orange County. As you notice when I stood by the OC Fair sign, it had some like an orange on it. So this little corner is called the Centennial Farm, and you can go through here and see a lot of fruit, vegetable, plant type exhibits. The concert venue is just behind that way. Well, I'll point out the information booths. They've got some plastic in front of them, and they are no longer handing out paper schedules or paper maps. When you come in the parking lot, instead, they hand you a little sheet that looks like this, and then they say, hey, if you need any information, scan this QR code. It'll give you the times of shows and the maps and those sorts of things. I will say, me personally, I don't love to spend a ton of time looking on my phone, so I've actually yet to figure out the times of any shows. It was much more convenient just to have that printed out. I'm shooting this on opening Saturday. The fair actually opened on Friday, so today's the second day that's in operation. It's quite busy here at 1 o'clock. I'm gonna point down here. This is the Crafters Village. Down in this little Crafters Village, There are a lot of smaller vendors that are maybe artists. Here we have a fine jeweler where you can get jewelry. This vendor sells some silhouettes. So if you're looking for some of the fair things that maybe aren't the traditional, you know, mop or vacuum or garlic grater or Rotato or Flowbee, then come down here, because these are some of the more kind of interesting localish type vendors. You can get some henna tattoos, you can get some creative glitter down here. Now, the pig races, this is something that's different this year. The pig races have moved. The pig races used to be over in the livestock area. The pig races have now moved over here. This used to be a stage where they would have like trapeze artists and things like that, but no more. This is where you'll find the pig races. Over to the left this way, we can hear a Bible story. If we go down there, we can get a carved sign. We can get some shoes with some bright neon signs. They have added, as part of their additional seating, they've added hand washing stations. So if you can't find a bathroom, you can wash your hands at one of those hand washing stations. And this is kind of cool. This is a whole house fan cooling station. We actually have a whole house fan in our house. It does a really good job to help cool it down. Got some punk rock music coming from a stage on the left. One of our favorite rides that we like to ride here is the Sky Ride up there that takes you from one side of the fair to the other side of the fair. Unfortunately, we are here with our traveling princess. Not unfortunate, but unfortunately she can't ride it yet because you have to be at least 5 years old to ride that ride. Another classic fair food here, the Bacon Affair. This is like bacon wrapped everything right here. They've got the classic California turkey legs wrapped in bacon. They've got nacho bacon fries, cheesy bacon bombs, bacon corn dogs, everything you would want with lots of bacon on it. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at what they got going on here. There we go. Here are those turkey legs cooking up with the bacon. Here are some kebabs with bacon. Here's some sausages with bacon. There's some onions to put on it. Pretty good. All right, so right here, right by that Bacon Affair, this is like where the kiddie rides are. So if you've got a kiddo, they might enjoy the rides there. And down this way, if you're with a kiddo, there's a neat petting zoo that our traveling princess really enjoyed. It's got some of the standard, petting zoo animals, but they also have a wallaby in there. All right, so this is the area underneath that Sky Ride. Right now at 1 o'clock, I would say this is the busiest part of the fair. Holding my phone up so you can see above the heads of people. A lot of the vendors this year have updated their trailers because, you know, it's been 1.5 years since they've been at any fair. So a lot of these trailers, while maybe they aren't new, they're in new locations or they've got new facades on them. There were actually a couple of vendors that I said, like, hey, is this your first time here? Then the Australian battered potatoes that we're gonna see up ahead, which we just ate earlier, they said, no, we've actually been coming here for 34 years, just we had an older trailer, we were in a different spot, and now we look a lot better and nicer. This is one of the 10 biggest fairs in the country, and of kind of the 3 Southern California fairs, San Diego, Orange County, Los Angeles, I like this one, the Orange County Fair, the most because it kind of feels the most charming, the most compact, the easiest to just walk around and kind of explore and see the whole fair in, you know, an afternoon as opposed to a whole day extravaganza. And I also find the parking is some of the best here as well. And then the Los Angeles Fair, so the order that these fairs typically happen in San Diego, it happens at the beginning of the summer. Then the Orange County Fair starts just usually after the 4th of July. And then the Los Angeles Fair towards the end of summer. It's always really hot for the Los Angeles Fair. It's like Santa Ana time, so not a time that you want to be outside on a blacktop. Temperature-wise, it is currently about 83 degrees here in Costa Mesa, California, so it is a bit warm, but not sweltering. If you like cheese fries, I really like this French fry place. They also have the Bloomin' Onion, which is this really big onion that they fry up. OC Girl really likes the bloomin' onion right here. How much is this gonna cost you this year? The bloomin' onion is $16. The regular fries are $6.50. So one thing that's new this year, prices are significantly up. This is my same Chuck Wagon vendor, the beef brisket sandwich. Beef brisket sandwiches this year are $15.63. So the price of everything kind of goes up. This is the Australian battered potatoes that I mentioned with their new big sign, big booth, and new location. Australian battered potatoes. You get some potatoes, you get some batter, cheese, bacon. I'm curious, any of my Australian viewers out there, how Australian is this? Because I've been to Australia a couple times and I have never seen an Australian battered potato. A new exhibitor this year is the United States Army Recruiting Center. I've never seen them here before, and they've got a neat tank right here that you can come and get a picture on the tank. That sounds like a lot of fun. I've never seen a tank at the Orange County Fairgrounds before, so that's pretty cool. We do have a YouTuber here. How you guys doing? Yeah, good, wave. You can see it on Yellow Productions tomorrow, so, all right. It's important for people to know where they can find themselves. You probably couldn't hear as I walked by, but I heard a couple of the Army guys say, we've got a YouTuber here. There we go. Or somebody who is just clinically sane, walking around, talking to themselves while they're holding a camera. In case you're wondering what I'm shooting this on, I'm shooting this video on a Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra using a DJI Osmo Mobile 4 for the gimbal, and the microphone I am using the new Rode Wireless Go 2. All right, so this area right here, this walkway, this lines up with the main entrance. So we've just made a loop around the top half of the fairgrounds. There's some buildings I'm not gonna go into. The Carnival of products where they have a lot of the indoor vendors. Those are the one that I mentioned. You'll find your Rotato, your mop, those sorts of things. They've got like culinary arts, they've got home arts and exhibition. So I will leave it to you to explore those buildings when you come. As I said, you can explore this fair in 3 or 4 hours. You do not want to watch a 3 to 4 hour video of mine. This area right here in front of the hangar is usually a splash pad fountain for kiddos. This is closed this year. And you'll notice that these aisles are extra wide, so they've kind of made it more space for people to walk around. Chicken Charlie's right here. We've got someone with these pineapples that look pretty good. Those pineapples look pretty tasty right there. You can get some shrimp in the pineapple, and it's another one of those quintessential fair foods, as is hot dog on a stick, which in addition to having good hot dogs has pretty good lemonade. So if you're thirsty and you're parched, get lemonade from there. If you're looking for iced tea and you're like me and you like iced tea, you will find iced tea at Chuck Wagon that we went to earlier. All right, so this aisle I call the smokiest aisle because this seems to be where they have a lot of their vendors that grill up fajitas and these sorts of things. And so you can actually see the smoke coming off this thing here. They're grilling up some chicken outdoors. It smells really good, but when the wind gets kicking up, it is quite smoky. They've got some ribs that are cooking up right there. This is the backyard barbecue village. They got chicken kebabs, they've got barbecue corn, and this seems to be really popular this year are these michelaguas, which are agua frescas, lemon, cucumber, mango, pineapple, watermelon, or horchata. They look pretty good. This one right here, this is quite a barbecue, belching out some smoke from those barbecue ribs. That's where that really good taste comes from. You know, walking through here, there are some, I don't know, maybe timeshare vendors, newspaper salesmen, you know, I don't know, they want you to enter some contest to join their mailing list. As I walked by one of them, they said like, hey, we have a yellow shirt special for you today. I am sure you do. I'm sure it's a yellow shirt special every day. Speaking of timeshares, coming up on one here on the left for some timeshares at Lake Tahoe. Talk to those people at your own risk. Nothing against the people that stand there, but a lot of people end up in the timeshares that they don't want to. Here's another big turkey leg vendor. Have I mentioned that like turkey legs are definitely the thing here? Big racks of ribs, big kebabs, big pieces of chicken, big piece of turkey. I actually have a hard time talking as I go by it because it is so fundamentally smoky. Now, if you're with kiddos, they want to do more in the petting zoo. There's some pony rides over here. And another thing that's different for this year, this action sports arena. There are no action sports here this year. Usually they have like motocross with motorcycles that are jumping. None of that this year. That arena is just appears to be closed. This is the end of the Sky Ride on this side. If you're looking to pick it up from the other side, the Sky Ride starts over by the petting zoo that I showed you earlier. Now, towards the gate over there, there used to be like a I don't know, vendor that had like a big crocodile and like a 10,000-pound cow or something. Those are not here this year. This whole livestock area is actually super small this year. There's just these 2 tents. There used to be some barns that had cows and rabbits and other things. But this year, just in the 2 tents, and in particular, the day I was here, we can see the animals that we've got as we go into the tent. They had llamas. These were the animals of the day. I know these animals circulate through, but we came and we always like to see the cows and we like to see the horses. There were no cows and horses. Llamas are pretty cool, but OC Girl also likes to see bunnies, so we would have liked to have seen bunnies. As you can see, this whole back area used to have a lot of stuff in it, and instead it's just got a big white fence around it that says it's closed off. The pig races used to be in the corner, sign to let you know the pig races have been relocated to where we saw them earlier. Now, as we walk this way, you can see those 2 barns that are closed. And we will go ahead and head into the fun zone. Now, before I get in there, I just want to let you know that how is the fair this year? We've enjoyed it. It's always great to come back to the Orange County Fair. Things are a little different, but still really enjoyable. I think well worth the money to come out here, support the fair, support the local vendors, and maybe go on a few rides. You know, obviously the rides are cooler at night, but one big difference this year is instead of opening at noon, the fairgrounds actually opens at 10 a.m. So it opens earlier if you want to get here earlier. We got here at 10:30 and really enjoyed it because it wasn't that busy that hour. We could walk around and see things before there were a ton of people. So as we walk through the fun zone, I'm just going to be quiet probably and let you listen to the kind of music and ambiance of the fun zone, because otherwise I'll be yelling and trying to talk over this music, and I will see you again on the other side of the fun zone. Though I will point out just one thing before it gets really loud, which is this Ferris wheel. It is the one of the world's largest traveling wheels. How much does it cost to ride? It is $10 per person per ride. The vendors, they actually don't take money at these games. You have to exchange money for a card that then you can use to play at the games. So you get like a little QR code, they tell you right there. That's the new way to pay with their Fun Pass. So instead of having dollars, it tells you how much. Also new this year, you can buy tickets without having to see somebody. In addition to the attended ticket booth, they've got these like self-service touchscreen ticket booths as well. Interesting. Well, that guy looks pretty friendly. I got no problem buying a ticket from him. This ride up here, this is one of the tallest rides that goes round and round. Sure to have a good time on it. Sure to give you
all right
motion sickness if you don't have a strong stomach.
Where are we headed?
Next Playhouse.
So there we have it, the Orange County 2021 Fair. Still lots of great stuff going on, still lots of great food. If you're in the Orange County area, Southern California, Los Angeles, San Diego, check it out. I think it's worth your while. Runs for the next few weeks. Just remember to buy your ticket online. Now, if you are coming to Orange County, you might enjoy some of my other Orange County videos. You can click right here for my whole playlist, or maybe head over to Laguna Beach, one of my favorite beaches. As usual, I won't say goodbye because I'll see you in one of those videos.